Hello everyone, welcome back to TheGeekBlend. I'm Jeff and welcome to where I'm at now. I'm staying with family for a bit and this is where I'll be. This is my room. I basically almost have the whole floor upstairs to myself. I got a bathroom connected to another bathroom which I use as like a kitchenette. So this is it. My big ass TV in the background. I decided to just put on some like random backgrounds from YouTube. I was just going to loop the trailer for Suicide Squad, but I was like, nah, I won't do it. But yes, you heard me right. The Suicide Squad. We are reviewing the Suicide Squad today. I watched this last week. I think it was last Friday night or Saturday night, and watched it. And I've got some thoughts on it, so let's talk about it. This will be a spoiler-filled video. If you don't want to be spoiled or hear plot points to the movie and you still haven't seen it and you want to go in like with nothing, then come back and watch this video after you watch the movie. And of course, my puppy will be in the background almost the entire video, I guarantee it. Hopefully she's not crying because she's still adjusting to where we are. We're going to be going to bed shortly, and I wanted to get this review out for you guys, so bear with me as things are changing. Alright, The Suicide Squad, 2021 version. Stars Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Idris Elba as Bloodsport, we got John Cena as Peacemaker, Joel Kinnaman as Colonel Rick Flag comes back for that role, so does Harley Quinn. We have Michael Rooker plays Savant, we have Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, Nathan Fillion's in there as TDK, we got Jai Courtney's Captain Boomerang came back. We got Javelin, played by Flula Borg. There's some smaller roles that I can get to. Sam Gunn as Weasel. David Dastmalchian, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He plays Polka Dot Man. We have Sylvester Stallone voicing King Shark. Daniela Melchior as Ratcatcher 2 as well, along with many more. But I wanted to get these people out of the way because they're some of the main casts. And I'm going to say, again, spoilers ahead. So do not watch this if you don't want to be spoiled. So here we go. Spoilers for the Suicide Squad. A bunch of people die in the beginning. Like a lot. Including Captain fucking Boomerang. Jai Courtney's Captain Boomerang, who was one of my favorite parts of the 2016 version of Suicide Squad. The butchered version we got. Not the air cut that is yet to come. And I say that because I know it's coming. We all know it's coming. After this possible success from this, and then the numbers dropped on it as well, and people are not... It's very hit or miss. I've heard people say they hate it, or they love it, or I haven't heard a lot of people say, eh. But that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, eh. It was okay. It was very okay. There were a lot of parts in this movie where I was bored. I was bored, like, okay, what is going to happen next? And I will say this, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, her moments were the best in the entire film. There's a sequence where she breaks out of jail. She's been arrested after she kills this president, down in the country that they go into to carry out their mission. Corto Maltese is where they're going. The husband is like wooing her. They end up fucking all over his mansion, and then she realizes he's a psychopath. And you know, he talks about killing children, and she shoots him. Like literally, he's standing there making a speech, looking out the window about his people, and she shoots him. And as he's dying, she's like, "Look at that! All your nasty thoughts are flooding out of your body now," or whatever, something like that. But super Harley Quinn. But that escape sequence when she escapes that prison cell in that like building is the best sequence in the film, hands down the best sequence in the film, and made it worth watching. Also, King Shark, awesome, but a little bit underused, and they made him too stupid. King Shark in the comics is not like... He has full fucking sentences to people. Like, yeah, he actually carries on like full conversations in the comics, and here he's like, nom nom? They're like, no nom nom, don't eat those people. This movie is okay. Like, very much okay. Viola Davis's character in the film is kind of neutered. Like, Amanda Waller is just not the Amanda Waller we know. She would have shot like half the people that fucking smarted off to her or said stupid shit or did stupid shit. The first group that goes out with Savant, played by Michael Rooker. He's in it for like fucking 2 minutes, of course. And which sucks because I love Michael Rooker. I think he'd have been fantastic as one of the main characters. And we'll get to the main characters here in just a minute. Also, Peter Capaldi as Thinker was great as well. I liked his character. I just saw that on there. I'm like, oh, I forgot about him. There's obviously people I'm going to forget, but there's a lot of forgettable people in this film. A lot. To be honest with you, the best character in the film, besides the Harley Quinn stuff, is Polka Dot Man. I shit you not. What they did with his character is remarkable. Like, it's fantastic. I want to see a Polka Dot Man film now. Like, I want to see them delving his backstory. I want that actor to play him. So they did such a good job. And when they killed him off, I was so fucking pissed off. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. You kill off the best character, and you leave the worst character alive. I'm talking about Bloodsport, played by Idris Elba. Horrible character. I thought his acting was piss poor. To me, it felt like he either didn't want to be there, or he can't act for shit. I've not seen a lot of stuff that he's in, but I will say this. I thought he did a fucking terrible job. I hated his character. It was like a good guy, like badass asshole version of like Deadshot from the first one. He's like, instead of loving his daughter hates him instead. It's like this weird reverse, like opposite dynamic of what they did with Deadshot in the first one, which we haven't seen Deadshot in the first one. We've only seen what the studio wanted us to see. So remember that, people. We did not see Deadshot for real. And I'm pretty sure from what I heard that Will Smith just had a conflict and couldn't do this. I wonder if Will Smith's still pissed off about the Ayer cut not coming out. So I know a lot of them probably are. They asked him on the red carpet. Some of them said, yeah, I want to see it. But they're very coy about it because, they're promoting their own film. You don't ask them at the red carpet, do you want to see the Ayer cut come out when you're trying to promote your own fucking film? Like, ask them another, I guess, I don't know. It just felt weird to ask them that question. But yeah, it was just, I'm not really going to be honest with you. I thought I was going to go into a ton of spoilers. Probably won't. I mean, I've already done a bunch of deaths and stuff, and like killing off Captain Boomerang pissed me off in the beginning. They killed off fucking Joel Kinnaman at the end, like Rick Flag. So Rick Flag is dead. Peacemaker was okay. He's okay. You thought he was dead at the end, but there's a scene after the movie's over where he's alive in the hospital. Like, okay, cool. He got shot in the neck. Shot in the neck, right through the neck. Don't think so. I don't think he survived. No. We got a Peacemaker series coming to HBO Max. I mean, I thought the character was okay. That was weird that they greenlit a series on a character that they hadn't even had a film yet for. And now that this film might not do as well as they thought it would, maybe they're going to lose some money because, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work, to be honest. People love John Cena, but he's not the greatest actor in the world. He did good in this role because it's an action role with the dialogue he says has to be very stoic and, I'm a brave hero guy. It works for him. Like deep stuff, not so much. Not so much. The girl who played Ratcatcher, Daniela, I can't pronounce her last name again. I thought she did a good job with the film. I liked their little backstory they showed with her and her dad, Ratcatcher 1. I wish it would have, like, maybe broke away for, like, more of a flashback instead of, like, a reflection flashback in the bus or whatever, the van they're in. But it was okay. And like I said, their deaths were, some of them were unnecessary. And I'm like, fuck, they killed this character off, but you left this idiot alive. Like I said, I fucking hated Idris Elba's character of Bloodsport, whatever. Not Deadshot. I'm going to call him not Deadshot from now on. So when I talk about Idris Elba's character, I'm going to say not Deadshot. So when you hear me say not Deadshot, that's who I'm talking about. So, not Deadshot is not dead, and he sucks. I thought his character was fucking terrible. Let's talk about the main villain in this movie. It's Starro. A massive Justice League villain. And you use it in the fucking Suicide Squad. Yet you won't let Zack Snyder use John Stewart Green Lantern in the Snyder Cut? Let you use Starro and you make it a fucking joke? Half of it? And of course, it's those stars attached to people's faces so Starro can control the population. We had the same shit in the first one with something on people's faces when Enchantress was controlling everybody. Remember that? It's the same fucking thing. Another world-ending villain. But they didn't have that world-ending villain until the very end, so it wasn't as bad, because that was the biggest choice, I think, in the original Suicide Squad that was so bad, is that they picked a world-ending villain like that, and the fucking Justice League doesn't. Like, Superman is dead, but Batman don't show up. Like, Aquaman don't fucking show up. I know they haven't put their team together, but you would think somebody would show up. So, I believe they were also in Central City. No, they were in Midway City, so Hawkgirl and Hawkman would have shown up. For sure. But yeah, it's okay. Is it worth watching? If you have HBO Max already, yeah, it's fine. I would not pay for it in theater, for sure. I mean, it would have been fun to see it on IMAX, but glad I didn't go. It would have been a waste of money for me. Like I said, I just wasn't a fan. It was definitely better than Wonder Woman 84, but that's not a hard thing to do at all. That movie was fucking trash. The Snyder Cut came out this year. We have Zack Snyder's Justice League that is on every aspect a better film. Like every single layer, that movie is better by everything. Acting, story, visuals, everything. There were some visuals in this that were a little bit, it kind of stood out. I'm like, didn't fix that one too well. It didn't look that great. So yeah, there's a few things that kind of stick out. I know I'm kind of rambling here. I don't have like a script written for the movie. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. I do like the way that Starro was killed. The rats took him over and got inside of him and ate him apart, and then Harley Quinn jumped through his eyeball with the javelin. As the character Javelin was dying on the beach, he's like, take this javelin. You'll know what to do with it. Here, you'll know what to do with it, blah, blah, and he's getting ready to say something, and he dies. And she was like, what are you fucking going to say? Fucking tell me. And she's shaking him, and she's like, oh yeah, he says, you'll know why, or something like that. And then at the end, she uses the javelin to go through the eyeball into Starro. And she's inside the eyeball, like floating through as all the rats are coming in and eating from the inside out. That was kind of cool. There were some definitely cool aspects of the film. But the film overall, the humor didn't land for me as well. I will refer you to a review by a friend of mine, Lethal Lightning. I will leave the link for his review below as well. He fucking hated this movie. And he hated the humor. And I am in the same boat with him. Like, it's got this rated R. It's rated R. Like, it's like super over violent. Like fucking way over the top violent. Not like Hatchet or like some horror movie over the top violence, but it's pretty violent. It'll be jarring to some people probably who are going in to see a comic book movie and they're like, did King Shark just rip a motherfucker in half? Like, King Shark just ripped a motherfucker in half in the rain in slow motion. That was pretty cool. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. Like, humor in an R-rated movie is great, but it didn't match. It felt MCU when it's an R-rated film. Like somebody just got their head bitten off and he's still chewing on it. And then the jokes are like, okay. I didn't like write any down because they weren't like, I'm like, maybe I'll talk about a few of them. And I didn't write them down because I was like annoyed as shit with the jokes half the time. But yeah, it was very mediocre. Out of 10, I'd probably give it a 4, maybe a 3.5 or a 4. It was very much, like I said, there was parts in this movie where I was bored to death. Is this over yet? Like, well, what are we doing? Let's get somewhere. And it just slowed down, and the mission they were on was, I didn't like half of this film, at least, because it was fucking boring. I hate being bored like that in a movie like this, and everybody keeps saying it's so much fun. It's a lot of boring in it. A lot of boring. Be ready to be fucking bored out of your ass for like a big chunk of it. You're like, and pissed off. If you liked Suicide Squad 2016, or you liked the characters in it, and you wish the film was better, Captain Boomerang's fucking dead. Rick Flag dies at the end. Sucks. I really like Rick Flag. I thought Joel Kinnaman did a great job in the role. I think he looked great in this role. It looked more like the old Ostrander, like Suicide Squad comics. Like, it looked great. I know what James Gunn was going for. He was going for original style Suicide Squad from like when the Suicide Squad was first launched. He was going from that, and it felt that way. It was mixed with other versions of Suicide Squad, other characters from the Suicide Squad. Like, I get why you brought Harley Quinn in, because she was already in the last one. People love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Birds of Prey was garbage, but she was good in it as that character for the most part. There was a lot of things in there that didn't work, especially the damn sandwich. But anyway, this movie is a 4 out of 10 for me. Boring, like my voice is at the time. I'm like monotone as shit. No, just kind of boring. There's some great character moments from each individual character. Like I said, the best character in the film, besides the Harley Quinn scenes, is Polka Dot Man. Fucking stole the show. Such a good character. Well written. Well done. I hope we see him again in more movies, even though they killed him off. That pissed me off. I think he pissed off a lot of people, because I've asked people, like, who's your favorite character? Like, Polka Dot Man. I'm like, me too. They killed him off. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, but this movie's very forgettable. Like, I was struggled earlier to remember a lot of the stuff. Like, there was a funny part, though, in the beginning, when they break into Corto Maltese, when the second team goes in. Like, the first team is just a distraction. Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Javelin, and some of these other throwaway characters are, like, basically just a throwaway team. So the other team can go in and sneak in while this has distracted the entire army, the entire military. Rick Flag gets taken hostage by the army after everybody else dies, except for Harley Quinn. She gets taken as well. They find out, like, Waller finds out he's been taken, and they're like, go rescue him. So they break into this camp of all these soldiers, and they kill every single one of them, like all of them. And they find Joel Kinnaman having dinner with the leader, and it's the rebels of Corto Maltese. They were going to help him, and they killed everybody in the camp. They didn't do reconnaissance. They didn't do any kind of field work, anything to find out if this was like a hostile situation. They just went in and killed everybody. It was like a competition between Not Deadshot and Peacemaker. Like, who's killing more people? Who's better at killing people? And then you find out it's all those like rebels, and they were going to help him get out of the. Yeah, they were going to help him get into the facility where they're keeping Starro, which is where this is where the big villain comes from. Is that? Yes, I do have my Suicide Squad Joker logo shirt on from 2016. Love this shirt so much. Love it. Love that character. Hopefully we get to see more of him in the Ayer cut. Be great. Yeah, it was not. It was okay. Yeah. Let me know down below what you guys thought about the movie. I want to know from you guys. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you like me? Were you like, okay, I was expecting way more out of this, especially to James Gunn. I think what he did with this, the darker stuff, like I love Guardians 1 and 2, but I want to see him do more of the dark shit like this. I want him to go darker, more dark humor. That was what was missing a ton of it. It was just not enough of his dark style humor that he used to do back in the day. If you're like on the fence, I say don't watch it. It's not worth it. So, but yeah, let me know. I want to hear from you guys. Thanks you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. This is my first review in a while, and I wanted to get this out last week, but I had a very, 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 very busy weekend of moving. And then yesterday, instead of doing like this past Wednesday, because this will be out, I think Friday or Saturday, this past Wednesday, I was going to record it, but Friday or Wednesday morning around like noon, right after morning, I was talking to somebody, and I got to go to a sporting event a few hours away from here. So that was cool. Had a good time. Went out afterwards, had a blast. Enjoyed my day off. Instead of being here recording a Suicide Squad review, I did that, and I had a blast. I had a lot of fun. Like, a lot of fun. I'm super happy I did it. So, sorry this is late, but that's why. And it was worth it. So, but yeah. All the links in the description below. Also, for social media, Discord. You guys want to join that community? It's a great community over there. People posting memes all the time, talking stuff. And just go there and check it out. Join the community. Make it grow. I'd appreciate it. Also, links down below for the merch store. We have a TeePublic store and a Teespring store. All the stuff on the Teespring store will be migrated to TeePublic from going forward. So the Teespring store will only be available for a short time, and it will all migrate over to TeePublic, because all the designs on TeePublic, you can get the shirt, you can get sweatshirts, you can get mugs, you can get phone cases, pins, like tote bags, pillows, coffee cups, things like that. I mean, so you can get a lot more on TeePublic. Like Cantina, like beer glasses are coming soon. I think there's glasses on there you can do. But yeah, things like that. I mean, there's going to be Cantina merch coming as well, too. I mean, Jason are working on the logo right now. We're trying to figure out that right now. So that's coming as well. So check out the merch store below. The awesome GeekBlend logo that you see up here in the corner. There. Up here in the corner. You can get a shirt with that. It says the GeekBlend on the back with the YouTube logo, so people know it's a YouTube channel. So definitely check it out. I think it's a great logo. I love it. Leave a like on the video. It does help us out. Subscribe if you're new and you want to see some more. We'd appreciate that. Hit the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on everything we do here on the GeekBlend, including reviews like this. Also, I also want to ask you guys a favor. I posted it on my community tab, but you can do it anywhere. I'm trying to figure out a name for this year's October theme month. It's not going to be the 31 days of Halloween, because I don't have 31 days to record. Actually, probably going to be out of town the last week of October. So I will have specific videos made, ready to go that week, like my John Carpenter's Halloween stuff. I talk about that. I'm probably going to do a retrospective on that, a little bit, discuss that movie a little bit more in depth than I did last year. We'll talk about a couple more beers. There'll be a lot of cool stuff on the channel for this year, for Halloween, for October. Looking forward to it. So definitely check that out. Coming soon. Also, I'm going to try to start scheduling live streams ahead of time, instead of just jumping on and doing like really quick live streams. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Probably going to do some quick streams here and there. So yeah, just have some fun. So keep an eye on that. Also, my Twitter is the most active of my social media. So when I post things like that, it's going to be on Twitter. I'm going to try to start getting more active on Facebook as well. I believe Jason's going to help with that. And we do have a TikTok, by the way. Just search the GeekBlend. It's there. Just one video of my dog right now. But we're going to try to work on some TikTok stuff too. So check us out over there on TikTok. Thank you guys for watching again this review of the Suicide Squad. I am Jeff. This is the GeekBlend, and you know, if you geek about it, we speak about it. We'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.